Time to see where the Guardian of the Ages sent us. This is Mission 5 of the Keeper of the Prophecies, the other side of time. The Guardian must have known why it sent you here. Discover why this night is special. Once you know what to do, leave the area. Continues in the next mission. You need all the friends you can get. Do not kill anyone in the area. The other side of time. Tis now the end of the beginning. And perhaps the beginning of the end. For the Guardian of the Ages has commanded you to seek your destiny on this side of time. Yet first you must see where he is sending you. And why he is sending you here.
Looks like the Guardian sent me back to the cathedral. Now what? Phew. Ugh. It's actually hot in here. Since when did these Hammerites bother to heat this place?
Alright, we're back in the High Cathedral from the insurrection. Let's see what's going on.
Can't do that. Am I their servant? Nay, I am not. Nor will it be long before I am free of this place. The rich, the powerful. These are the ones who betrayed me. Fat cats who support these Hammerites instead of me. These are the ones who will pay for my present affliction.
I thought they got rid of that lunatic.
How I hate to dirty my hands, but I have no other choice for the thief to whom I offer my very best precursor eye continues to spurn me. And now I must act with far less information than I would have liked. No.
And Karis is back here in his laboratory, somehow. What could be going on? I forgot to show this off in the insurrection. There's a part of the attic where I would have been able to see where the time machine was. That was a bad shot. Okay, show it off over here. I should probably pick up the pace a bit, because I'm still poisoned. Luckily, I don't think there's an in-mission time limit other than that. Okay. Go up here. Alright. Up here is the spot where I could see the time machine if I'd taken more time. Alright. It would have been on this roof, I believe. Oh, and there's some stuff here. Lots of equipment up here. Not really useful in this mission, but I think it carries over to the next one. Okay. Oh, wait. It was the other side. Or was it? Oh, whatever. Time's wasting.
Builder, walk with thee.
You too. It's nice to see friendly Hammerites for a change. Well, I mean, in a way. I mean, they're not attacking, and that's friendly in my book. Something else I didn't show off about the cathedral. In the attic, there are these apertures you can open, and it serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever, but you can climb down onto these cords for the lamps. I also didn't show that in the basement in the catacombs that I believe it's called a labyrinth. That carving over there, the very center of the flower, you can rise up there by a hidden elevator in the catacombs. But I was in a huge hurry, so I ignored all of that. Let's go back up to the attic. Okay. Now, did I say that there's no in-mission time limit other than the poisoning? I think I did. Now we need to figure out why we were sent here. There's loot in this mission, but there's no goal, there's no reason to. They'll attack you if you take it. Brothers, the late summer is upon us, and as humble servants of the Builder, it is required again that we offer moral guidance to those who might otherwise engage in pagan harvest rituals. Remember to bind flagrant sinners until they are sober, so when they are punished, they will remember the reasons for their corrective stripes. As our sacred writings make plain, flog a sober man and he will repent of his sins, but flog a drunkard and he will return to his bottle, not knowing the reason for his pain. Vicar Fluxus. So yeah, we need to figure out why we've been sent here. Apparently it's in the summer, which is strange because it was cold and rainy the last time we were here. What follows is the courageous sermon of Fluxus, Vicar of the Cathedral. written herein, as he spake these words on the 13th day under the owl moon, in the 4th year under our great king Phasithius the Just, to be distributed in this printed form to all practicing Hammerites and other followers of the Builder, by blessing and commandment of Insalon, High Priest of the Order of the Hammer. The Sermon of Fluxus. My brothers and sisters, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, in recent days we have been instructed by representatives of Sir Pavlov Storm, Viceroy of the King, to rid our streets of all abandoned and lost children. In appearance, our town is needful of cleansing. We are told, and this cleansing will soon begin through the disappearance and slaughter of those who now cower upon unclean knees to beg with trembling small hands for unclean food at our polished feet. In this quest for cleanliness, the term feral child has been raised to describe such unwanted orphans, but it is the opinion of this order that only roaming cats and stray dogs may be considered truly feral, and that children are always children, whether orphaned in ill-conceived wars or simply abandoned by the parents who no longer are able to provide the most basic necessities of life. As followers of the Builder, we cannot and will not stand aside as children are hauled away like mere refuse by those most rich in gold, but most poor in common decency. And so I say unto thee, it is the admonition of this humble priest that we seek out any and all lost children on the streets, to reunite each with its parents, such as they may have, and see to it that shelter is found and food is provided daily, and that clothing better than mere rags lies on their backs. And of those bounty hunters found to be seeking such children for the pittance of a quick reward, these we will drag away forthwith to proper correction and the straightening of their souls. But that is not all. For there are children who are truly orphaned with no parents whatsoever. What of them? To what parent shall they return when none exists? There is only one just and proper answer, and I do not offer this lightly or without careful thought, for in the name of the Builder himself, this is what we must do. We will welcome these children into our own homes, and to these we will provide a warm bed and a seat at our table, and these we will raise as our own daughters and sons with full rights and titles such as we can provide. This will not be a painless task. There will be burdens to bear, and we will make enemies of those willing to support the evil that stands against us, but it is a price worthy of our own gold and sweat and even blood. Although this cathedral will one day fall into ruins and its memory lie buried unseen for eons, the righteous actions of those who stood in protection of those weakest among us will never be forgotten. As it is written, to those who seek out the lost and comfort the terrified and protect the innocent, such are the most rewarded in the forever land of the Builder, on the other side of time.
Yeah, well, nice sermon. Except that I'm carrying a certain doll named Judy for one of those feral kids that you Hammerites missed.
Well, mistakes happen, Garrett. Anyway, look around some more. May be difficult to see, but there's... Oh wait, no, it's not in this version, but in the Insurrection there was a circle hidden in the center of this flower at the center of the labyrinth, which you could use to raise up from the catacombs. Just a bit of worthless trivia. The purpose of a labyrinth like this is a kind of penitence. You get on your knees and crawl along on a line at the beginning to the middle, find your way to the middle of the labyrinth. It's supposed to be a sign of devotion. Anyway.
Builder, guide thy hand, and thy hand be steady.
Praise the builder.
If we take anything from that altar, that priest will rapid fire her hammers at us. But that's probably obvious. Oh, I already read that. I'm not sure if there's much else down here. South Catacombs.
Novices and visitors, I am in conference with a person of high estate this evening. If you wish to stay within these walls, do not enter to trespass upon our private conversation. When we are done, the lady will depart these grounds immediately, and I will meet with you thereafter if you wish, Brother Cavador.
So Cavador is meeting with someone in the chapel of the vicar. For now, I'm just going to see a few other things that this mission has. Namely, I'm going to try and, I'll succeed. I'm going to see what's in the other chapel, the chapel of the High Priest. Vicar Veluxus, it is the opinion of this legal office that you have a reasonable claim against those who performed shoddy workmanship on your inner gate timing mechanism. Therefore, I agree to seek compensation from those who have injured your reputation for fine craftsmanship, and a sum of gold for the young widows created as a consequence of the mechanism failure. Since I may need to make periodic visits to your facility, I request a reliable contact in town of someone able to escort me into the cathedral when required. Regards, A.H. Frantitius, Esquire. Oh, it's the same message from before. We'll see what's going on in a little bit. No, that's the ramp that goes back down to the floor level. I'll go to the other side. I believe this goes up to the laboratories. Outside like I did in the insurrection, but I'm not sure there's a good reason to. Which side am I on? The South Tower? Oh, that was the North Tower. I mean, I guess. Oh, that goes up to the attic, but I think this might be helpful in a way. I didn't mention it in the, I don't think I mentioned it in the insurrection, but, going up to the top of these towers, the very top, up there, in that mission, you can basically go to the top of the cathedral couple towers, and in the original old dark version, you ran risk of crashing the game.
Good day to
I think this goes back to Karis's lab. Yes, it does. Go down here because Karis's lab is also above the High Priest Chapel. Open that. Wait. Anyway, there's an office orientation meeting in the chapel of the High Priest. I'll take what swag I can, then go in through the front. I mean, I hope that's what I need to do to avoid being attacked. Available projects for new novices. Cleanse the ancient statues. Count the shards of glass required to form each stained glass window and record this in the sacred annals. Remove rust from the ancient altars and apply oil to prevent further rotting due to summertime moisture. Record an oral history as remembered by the High Priest. Sorry. Record an oral history as remembered by the High Priest. Catalog the contents of the catacombs. Determine the number of steps needed to transform balcony access ramps into proper stairways. Another healing potion. Again, I don't think there's any restrictive time limit here other than being poisoned, so healing potions are helpful, and I don't need this rosary, but I'll take it just for luck. To all citizens in good standing, it is required of thee to deliver unto the representatives of the king all feral children discovered roaming the streets. Any citizen found to harbor such children not of thy own making will likewise be delivered up to judgment. So ordered by Pavlov Storm, Viceroy to Physicius the Just. And there's that order to turn in feral children that High Vicar Philuxus talked about. In progress, novice orientation meeting, do not disturb. Well, I hope they're not violently offended when I go in there.
The builder's truth it is that men without belief do soften and fail as rotten wood.
The builder places thy challenges before thee as a stairway of hewn stone up the tower of thine life. When thou seekest to add to those challenges, to compass thine pride, thou dost clutter the design of the stairway and introduce cracks and weaknesses.
Nay, our walls be cut from the thickest stones, our gates be wrought from full iron. Any who pits his strength against their strength shall smash himself with his own effort, even as the fruit falling from a tree dashes itself on a rock below. A foe is best contested in the light, not the shadows. Allow none to so disguise themselves before thee, lest thou slip into the shadows thyself, and so be lost. And ever so the chisel cannot know the will of the hand it serves, nor should it judge whether the mark it makes be for well or ill. 'Tis enough for a tool to be sharp and well crafted. Only so canst it serve the builder.
Amen. That's High Priest Insalon from the insurrection. He gives a speech at the very end, just before they destroy the portal. But I didn't stay around long enough to show it off. And there's the Sermon of Fluxus again. Let's move on. Alright. I'll go around to the other side, so I can get to the Chapel of the High Vicar. And we can see who Cavador is meeting. Wait, was this where I just was? It's hard to tell. I guess it was. Weird. Oh well. Just go around again. Sorry. I think this might be... yes, it is. Sorry. I'll go around behind, because, I believe that the entrance is well lit, so... just to be sure...
Looks like Lady Alicia is still alive. Better not let her see me now, or I'll have a lot of explaining to do.
Although we agreed to send this marvelous device with you, Lady Alicia, you must understand that my master is quite displeased, for he wishes to discuss a proposal with Mr. Garrett. Yet Garrett continues to refuse our invitations.
Yes, so I do understand your master's anxieties, Brother Cavador. But you must consider how Garrett has become quite depressed in recent days. So it is my hope that this new eye will improve his mood every bit as much as it improves his vision.
Then the scroll I have given you must serve as my personal message.
You are most kind, dear Cavador.
Okay. We now know why we're here. I'm sorry. Blimey. Anyway, the Oracle has sent you back into the past. This means there's another Garrett wandering around in this world. Let's not screw up history any worse by letting Alicia see you tonight. This is already a dicey time travel situation. Alicia must not be harmed in any way.
Ah, so this is the night Alicia picked up my new eye.
Right. Better go back to the ground floor since...
I wonder if Counselor Frantitious is working late tonight. Because if he's no longer alive to poison me, yes, that should do the trick.
Okay. Before you traveled back in time, Counselor Frantitious tried to kill you. And since you might remember that Frantitious killed Alicia tonight, it might also come in handy to see where they meet tonight. Follow Alicia out of the cathedral area. Continues in the next mission.
Who's there? Someone back there?
We're back at the altars. Alright. Now that her prayers, I guess, are done,
Builder's grace to thee.
I assume she's heading for the gates. The main gates. Not much else to say. We're just gonna keep following her to the main gates.
Raise up the gate!
That's it. All right. Next time, reversing the order. See you then.